What is up, everybody? Welcome to Final Circle, presented by Esports Arena. I'm your host, Tom T Squared Taylor, and you're probably wondering, maybe what is Series E? Well, let me tell you, Series E is an open invitational infrastructure. It's the first of its kind, where we've had a 4-week qualifier for any teams that weren't signed under professional Apex organizations to come through and try to qualify for 9 spots in September to go and play all the rest of fall and winter going into Series E. They are partnered with 9 top partners, including Pringles, Rice Krispie Treats, Apple Jacks, Intel, Razer. The list continues. Nestle Pure Life, they won yesterday. You may have seen them. We're going to have an interview with them a little bit later, but it's an amazing infrastructure here, an incubator for all of competitive Apex to go in. It's open to anybody on Tuesdays. On Wednesday, we end up having our professional team. So we'll go through the schedule because it's 5 p.m. Pacific time every Tuesday and Wednesday. And then if you're interested in catching Final Circle, so we can have the recap of what's going on in all of Apex, especially with Series E and the ALGS, you can catch us at that same time every week. All right, so as you know, every Tuesday we have our open teams going against the 9 partnered teams. It's 11 teams, first come, first serve. So if you want to see your name on the leaderboard, make sure that you register early. Let's take a look at how those teams did on Tuesday.
All right, welcome everybody to Series E. This is week 3, and of course it's open day because it is Tuesday. I'm Jamerson, joined by T Squared, and we're about to break down 8 games of action, and it's open day, so anything can really happen today, Tom. We're heading straight into game number 1. We are on the new and the newly branded Solafine X Amos.
It does seem to last for quite some time. You can still hear shots pretty far across the map, and Team Rockstar now finding themselves in a little bit of a skirmish right here, going up against, I think that's going to be CI. Some nice R9 shots from Aves, and I love this opportunity to armor swap there, right there. Really nice job with only a 2-man team.
Yeah, he was able to sneak in and just be able to pick up that. They'll even get the banner as well. They got a range of shots raining in, and it looks like both teams will get finished off. Get back into this. Pops 2 cells, and he's basically at full health right now. Someone did try to swing in. We do have the Pathfinders jumping on all by himself. Who can grade harder, who can drop down, do the critical damage to try and get the knocks here as we do have the final teams coming in. It's going to be Bowser drop down first from 3 brains, no controller. Amos is heavy as we are loading up for game number 2 of the night. And
Think about the snipers here playing such a big role on Olympus, and Pickett trying to put those to use instead of nothing more annoying than that. He's not going to be there.
they've already got a knock as Promi finds one. Swamp Biome goes down. Aves here on the front line gets a really good spray down. Matt Pickett will be able to find one more knock, and it's the final member shortly here. It's FFN doing a good job of holding this door for now, but this building can be difficult to hold just because there's so many windows.
What a fun zone. So much better than the last one. 2 teams, 2-on-2, duke it out. Doesn't get much better than this if you're an Apex fan. I love the way both of these teams are playing this one. You can't do anything unless you go and send this one together, and that's exactly what they do. They're going to swing it up with the Massives. Nasty gets the first knock onto Lucas. Play answers back. Can he win this fight over inside?
Blows down as well. So Pop-Tarts, Razor, and one more squad remaining now as defensive bombardment is used early on to try and stop the push. But big damage coming out from Light there. They're not going to jump down quite yet. I want to see if they can try and get another knock from a different team, but they should be able to just burn through that as well as Lucas.
Armor swaps, but it looks like they're just going to elect to go over towards where this zone is and fight there.
Yeah, we have about 5 more seconds now. Zone starts closing. Here is, I believe, the defensive bombardment being tossed down. The bubbles used from either side as Fat Fruit Ninja goes down, but it's a 1-for-1 exchange down to 2v2. 1v2 now, but Razor's Haculo has plenty of armor to work with. Team Razor will be able to clutch this one up and take first place. Getting ready for game number 4.
Just kind of sniffing around, finding where the path of least resistance is, but we do have a team fight coming in. Team Applejacks playing a really nice spray. He hops inside the bubble. A great Q as well. I like the counter bubble coming in from Lion. That makes those edge teams even more difficult to deal with. But some nice shots there from Mercy, 4 for 4.
They don't have the Bloodhound, and so this can be a little bit wary for them. But it looks like they are able to make it safely into the eastern part of this map now. They have the north side along with rocks to work with. We'll see if any teams have some nades to try and flush them out. But they're hitting for good damage now. Is Zera tricky? As it looks like they want to get aggressive off of it. Arcstar comes in. There's the scan, but the Arcstar is going to push that team back. Slowly, a little bit wary though, and all the right to do so, because now one has dropped down. That's going to be Chris going down, and it looks like Team Razor will be able to fully storm this building. As Zera tricky has pushed onto the high ground. He gets pushed. He gets knocked. Where's the rest of his squad? Will he get thirsted? There's Mercy only on top of the building, and they will be able to finish off that fight, but the third party is already here, and it doesn't look like they'll be able to recover Zera tricky quite yet. Hakulo barely gets into that cube before he goes down. Again, it's going to be a blinds are in the ring. We have the bubble coming down early for Team Applejacks, and so there's an opportunity for Crafting here to try and get aggressive with their own bubble, but instead they are just playing the line and just waiting to try and get angles here as the Beast of the Hunt is popped by Protectful. Gives them that much valuable scan that allows them to know exactly where they are. 2 on the right, 1 on the left, as Protectful has a great angle to just poke away at them currently here. Now AJ Clay, they are going to go ahead and swing out to the right hand side to try and take this fight. They got the first knock on to Joey. Blackout is Protectful. His armor has gone. They've got to be careful. They can't stick around here for going on between both teams. So we join Team Rockstar. A's taking a lot of damage over here. Now as he gets the Team Cheese, it's a maze. He's going to instantly pop that bat as they want to continue this push. Good spray now, but Matt Pickett will go down. Crummy needs to get involved in this fight as he is the fire.
Crummy!
But he's still having a difficult time getting up top and up. Fully healed up. Bubble instantly coming out now as the massive hits for 77. Another 14 from a long range as Joey Blackout gets the knock onto Nade. I believe a player currently, Team Razor. They have the outside to work with and they can push up to this wall.
Nice shots from Hakulo coming through with some really good R9 spray. Running out of ammo though, so has these 2 stacks on the ground, has to make sure that he doesn't waste all of it. But now you're going down to the final 5 teams, and you're rocking the R9 Master, and you specialize in these end game plays. You gotta be feeling good, but that's gonna be Solomide dropping right there to Rice Crispy Treats. Bird picking up all those kills. Song's still going at it too. They're gonna finish off the tactical. Here comes the third party. They're completely aware of it. Great double 98 coming through. How is that player not down?
As we're seeing them just scramble for anything in these boxes. Can they find nades? What can they find here? It looks like it's going to be a full 3-man push out from the right-hand side. We have the ball coming down along with the defensive bombardment from 1. It looks like swing on in, and the damage is being done. Curly 2 down on the side of Team Razor, but it's dropped down to a 1v1.
Hakulo
as well. It's down to a 1v2 here. Matt Pickett slides in with that Q, takes the high on 98, drops down low. They will be able to finish this one off. And we pop that one over. And push on out. There's 2 ahead of them. They already got that knock. E-Boy Money and that beetle gone. There's only 1 left for
Razor finding themselves on the edge like most games after they get a couple of knocks and thirst. Now they're getting sent on by the trolls over there. I think that's all members of a different team it is. That's going to be 3 different teams that come.
The third parties came at the time that they did. They all ended up fighting each other instead of trying to take advantage of Team Razor. So now Team Rockstar, now they just try and get out of there. What was that? Oh boy, he tries to use the balloon. He gets much more games going down. Now the other Team Razor try and rotate out, but Mercy only didn't get the memo. Taking that balloon is quite the craziest grab position right now as he's just hoping no one looks at him.
Oh, there goes the scan.
Hope for the heal off here as we still have 5 squads left, so plenty of placement points to pick up if they could just survive long enough. Klain pushes in, pops into that queue for now, and that is still 5 squads alive. There we go. We're now down to our top 4 as Intel is
In the tree, but wearing the same skin that's colored as the tree. Next level, big brain play for themselves.
and he'll be in here for quite plenty more time though. They don't have to hard commit on this one. We do have a fight here on the south side of the ring. Currently 2 brains, 1 controller. Tech dropped down low, but they're able to get the kill and the knock and then the kill push here as the bubble is going to be used by them as well. It's going to be a 3v2 fight. shots out with that massive though from Dracos as he hits for 70 here, 112, and he gets the knock onto Hakulo. And so now things are getting dangerous. Starts closing in on them right now. NPL, they're just guerrilla warfaring at this point now with the massive out. Now they've got one in front of them. That's going to be Lucas to go down. The bubble is used as well. They continue to push off of this here as Bambino. He's going to drop down onto the Gibraltar. They lose one. That's E-Boy Ronnie to go down, but they've got the mana advantage to work with lobby right now. As two of them, are on Team Pringles. But how long will Casella survive here? He's been spotted out at the bottom of Turbine. That's going to be another kill picked up by Nestle Pure Life.
Have to hit a battery though, because that other Pathfinder was absolutely psychotic. That was going to be Mercy only coming through. Great massive shots landing. That's going to be Team Rice Krispies pushing in. A great bubble too, but Ronnie's going to drop. It's all up to Dracos in this 2-on-1 situation. He gets one knock, needs the armor swap, finds the purple. And Slav is absolutely insane to think about. Great shots there with the Spitfire. Going to take a lot of damage onto that Gibraltar. Bubble gets used, but that's not going to be enough. This is Team Cheez-Its flying in. Oh my gosh, are you insane? Are they about to win 3 out of 3 games where they survive off spawn? That would definitely be something. And you just say, hey, all we got to do is work on getting out of spawn, right? James, let's do that. We win every single game, right? Lion getting a knock on Oso Rand right there, one of our open teams. It's going to be a little too short of a grenade for Clayton, but that's enough for him to go and push up with the sides. So don't take a decent amount of damage, but the spray is there. Trinal going to drop immediately. The bubble disappears. Portal is still there, but Clayton going to send this one. Should be able to find this Gibraltar fairly easy. Nice grenades coming through on the defensive side. 11-11. That's how my massive shots look. They should be able to finish that one.
He's a madman, just pushes right into that. But here comes the third party. Rice Krispies are here to take advantage of the aggression coming out up top, but do have to reset here. 88 with that massive shot, but they've gone down. One has gone down, at least Sung has. Bird playing expertly around this desk, but it might not be enough. Stunny is the last one remaining here. Tries to go for the armor swap, but it's only on to the white Evo. He's got less than 60 HP to work with now in this fight as he goes on over.
This is a huge point of the game here. Before Stunny to the rest of these players leave. That's going to be the Gibraltar big spray coming in. And Team Prince Army, a decent amount of kills. Starting to get it together here. 100 takes a lot of initial damage. He's going to have to pop that Q. His teammates are there to help. This is going to be a big fight going up.
How safe are they really here as Pringles? They find a fight on the edge of the northeast side of this zone. Stink is taking a lot of damage, but Hundreds is there along with Casellos to finish off this squad. So now we are down to 6 full squads remaining here in the battery off, but now they're almost cornered here. Is Matt Pickett pushing from Team Rockstar now? He's got the high ground. He's got the black hole along with the defensive bombardment going down, but that Gibraltar bubble is saving them for now. As you can see, Rice Krispies backing away. They've lost Sung, they've lost Bird. It's all up to Stunny here. Rockstar have lost one as well, and so the third party should be coming in from that final squad remaining here.
Look at the final fight of the game. It's going to be Pringles. Casellos getting the initial knock right there. They're going to send it immediately. Stink with a nice bubble placement, but he takes so much damage. Here comes Pickett continuing to send it, getting aggressive, flying it over towards the bubble. It's a 2-on-3 though. Are they going to be able to take this? Pringles gets knocked. One player alive. It's just... All right, now let's take a look at the leaderboard. It was Team Rice Krispie Treats coming out in first place with a phenomenal performance. ALGS winners in ALGS number 2 in our autumn circuit coming out here and proving that they are still playing at a very high level. Keep in mind, this was all on Olympus too, so they're adapting off of World's Edge, doing phenomenal. 2 Brains, 1 Controller came in behind them at second place. Not surprising to see Razor, Pringles, and Rockstar, our teams that have been performing very well consistently over the last couple of weeks, rounding out the top 5. Wednesdays are when our pro teams meet up with our partner teams. It's 7 of the top teams from North America going up against our 9 partner teams, mixed in with 4 of the top teams from Europe. And Europe's been having a fantastic showing. It was Luminosity coming through winning this week, but we had an NA winner and a partnered team coming through with the W this week. It was Team Nestle Pure Life during Nestle Pure Life week, surprising everybody. One of our late qualifiers for Series E. I think they came in around the 7th or 8th team to qualify out of 9 teams, have been playing phenomenally of recent. We're going to have an interview with them a little bit later to find out exactly how they're able to get the job done.
All right, welcome everybody to Series E, where we are moving on to day 2 of week number 3. It is our pro night, and so we have invited teams coming in, joining our partner teams here. I'm James Jamerson Lee, joined once again by Tom.
All right, he's trying to bait out with that res, as you did see Hal on the other side, goes for the scan once again. He got the massive in hand for Sung, so he can't hit the major damage, just hits onto his shield.
We know that probably Stink could be somewhere too, unless he died on his rotation. It's going to be Razor as well. So 2 of our partner teams fighting themselves over towards the edge, and maybe a Rat.
Yeah, Razor down to a duo right now. They got to make sure that they're not able to get that res off, but as they spot out the Rat, they take a lot of damage. Zera does have that gold armor. He does elect to use that distraction. Team Razor, 4 kills on Mercy only, and there you have it. Team Intel are up as a full 3. They've got a red Evo, they got purples, and they've got the zone, and so Razor have to push up into this. It's all going to come down to Zera Tricky's bubble here, and if he can get it down without taking too much damage. Got the zipline being set as well by Mercy only, and he jumps right on top of the building for free. Does jump down after taking that massive shot on to the other player here. Still the 2v3, the numbers advantage might just be too much to overcome unless they've already got the first knock. Now it's down to 1v.
Here with their back completely clear, could be a good opportunity. Nocturnal's going to get knocked. Great spray there from Pop-Tarts. There goes the counter bubble coming in for Blight as well. They're going to try to infiltrate this building. That player's going to be taken down, but there's also a flank coming in from Flanker himself with the Prowler. It's back and it's in his hands, and that could be a possible armor swap coming in from Lucas if he's able to land it. Looks like he's going to elect to hit a battery instead. The Wraith switching on over to the Bloodhound, and if they win and if this is successful, we may see them keep that. But man, look at those shots from Rakanishi. Just so clean with the R301. The defensive bombardment's going to keep them inside the house, which means they can just focus that left-hand side door. That's exactly what's happening. Nick flies in there. I'm curious to see if they have any grenades. That means there's going to be a bubble as well. One player going to be hiding over towards the corner. They're going to rip him immediately. That's going to be a maze from Team Cheez-Its. A nice little fence coming in for Pickett as he was going to drop, so that's going to allow Crummy to go and hit a battery. But the Thermite's coming in, and the defense is looking strong right now for Team Cheez-Its. Crummy needs to hit a scan. As soon as he hits this med kit, that's going to open things up for Rakanishi. You have the bubble too, so there should be a clean 2-on-1, and that's a perfect play coming in from Team Monster.
Yeah, Rakanishi does join the team fight a little bit late here, but he is here nonetheless. And with that bubble down, they have to try and get a little bit more aggressive right now. But the armor's cracked. They are backing away. Matt Pickett will get thirsted off. They've got a minute to work with here to finish this fight. Such a valuable time. It doesn't force out the bubble, but now it's Cooler who have to try and find a way on in. They're going to try and walk up on the edges of the shit, but oh boy. Team NPL looking to close this out. Another Kraber shot connecting. They're taking out Teen, and there it is. Cooler have pushed up. The bubble has gone down early from Bambino as he was worried about a 3v1 push onto him, but now playing the bubble here with the Peacekeeper out is going to be Yuki to get the first knock. NPL have gone down. Cooler, we're able to find the position now. They're pushing up. Teen and Intel get cleaned up. Cooler with a nice maneuver there, able to get into the zone, just looking for the final squad. It is Nocturnal healing off in the zone, just delaying the inevitable. What a great move by Cooler to take the W in this game.
Just a little bit of misplay coming in from Nestle Pure Life. The enemy team uses their bubble first. They just needed to regroup. There's the snipe coming in. Cooler finishes it off in style with the Kraber, but Nestle Pure Life had that in the back. It's so unfortunate. Hitting the Q, possibly going to go and grab that Trident, trying to get as much placement as possible. And there goes the aggressive push coming in from Pop-Tarts. Great bubble, some pretty solid massive shots, finding the knock right there onto Rock. Continue to pick up kills as just a 2-man squad. Here comes the push. They find a player over towards the bottom. There are armor swaps in the area. Hundreds just completely caught off by the push there as Pickett going to get the initial knock. Stink answers it right back though, so it's a 2-on-2 situation. Amazing shots there from Crummy, just wailing every single wingman shot possible, but now it makes you wonder if a third party is going to come and join in. Crummy has the armor swap, hasn't even missed quite yet. That gold wingman just doing serious work as that player is pushed now over towards the stair with this great head glitch. There's the enemy bubble, which means that they're going to have to hit theirs as well. Also a nice angle to lay that thermite down. So like we were saying, Gamerson just buying time, trying to push these two teams into one another.
Oh, Blight
taking some damage though. Thermite tips, and it looks like Pop-Tarts are the ones that are getting collapsed on. 303 traded 1-for-1, and so that means on the other side, Team Rockstar are now coming in, poised to take this game here as they drop down with the Mastiffs. They lose one, but they're not worried whatsoever. Rockstar take
damage, almost winning that fight, but now Razor ticking away. It's going to be Mercy chucking a couple of different grenades. That one's going to go over towards where the portal is, so we'll see if that's going to be able to connect. But amazing wingman shots. Are you kidding me? Mercy with almost 200 damage just on this fight alone. Very solid defensive bombardment. Doesn't matter. Mercy's going to send it inside of the bubble. That's onto Hill. Tempest doesn't even know what hit him.
Yeah, it looks like, it's very difficult to chase after a Pathfinder, and so they don't want to send Vax on his own. NPL, though, and a fight over here at Mark. How many players are still alive here? As Cell is doing a good job spotting out Flanker, takes him out, and they do have the high ground. Oh, there's one behind.
Hey there. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Defensive bombardment is
sure. Pringles is popping off. They charge through. It has dominated that fight. That nade from Stink was ridiculous. Playing, you don't need the Watson because you have the bubble. The defensive bombardment is so important for resetting. You have the shield, so you can continue to arm up. Evo arm up, shield up. But Pickett eats one. Stink tosses a Kobe across the map. That was a frag.
Comes the push coming out from Pringles as well, but Crummy with a good spray gets some damage across. Here is the defensive bubble here, but they get pushed now, and the Mastiff is just too much.
This is perfect. Just wait about 5 more seconds. There they drop. They don't even let them wait the time. There goes the defensive bombardment. Good bubble coming through. Are they going to be able to win this one? Casellos is eating it, coming in from both sides. That team looks fairly healthy. Albrily is just chilling right now, waiting for some more knocks, and he's going to be able to approach the situation. He actually gets second place by hiding in zone number 5 and healing with a med kit.
Let's go, Team Liquid once again, able to rat it out.
Because they're going to still be slaying out either way. Now the bubble comes down, and they're just on the hunt at this point. There's the knock right there on the tech. There's the finish coming out on a Tangy. And especially when you know that your back's going to be watched. Little fall right there. Does spot this player out. Has to win this 1v1 down there with the armor shield. As long as you win that fight, you're going to be okay. You can immediately bubble afterwards, get the armor swap, and force people into an uncomfortable situation.
TSM rotating through supply, though, or excuse me, Depot. They have found themselves into a fight. It's 303 on the other side, the receiving end of a lot of punishment. 303.
It's going to be Nathan. He's going to get answered right back from Hal, though, because the thirst came through. They're not happy with that one. While that's happening, Reps gets caught in a little bit of a 2 versus 1. Unfortunate for him. Now it's all up to Frex to hit this battery and try to do something big. You have the peak shot coming through from Hal. He's not missing at all, but big. There goes Flanker. He's going to drop.
He did it.
And now we have, I believe, a 3-on-2. No, wait, did Flanker really make it? That was Pringles that dropped.
Can we pick up Flanker? Okay. Flanker is still alive. He actually did it for Team Liquid. That's edge over by Turbine right now, as they did get scanned, and they also give us the ring information. Oh, there's a Gibraltar right in front of you. There's actually a full squad, 2 in front of him here, as he is playing around the bubble, but he will ultimately go down. That was 303's Fury. But now it's all up to Maze here, holding the line, as Strictly has gone down. Maze with the triple take now.
He's take med damage, but now he's going to have to hit those health heals. LG healing outside the zone, and a lot of pressure coming through here as you have automatic weapons almost on everybody for TSM. You have the flatline here. Reps, he's going to be ripping that scout, so he's the only one with a single fire weapon. And there goes Hal. He's sending it in with a great burst right there. Takes out the Kraber, switches on over to Sonya. Are you kidding me? Hal with a double shot right there and going for the clip. If he hits it, oh my. However, there's a lot of shots coming in from behind, so this is such a tough spot to be. It's going to have to be a portal coming in from that team.
Yeah, I believe it's, oh no, that's a big knock coming out from Nasky, as you can see instantly with that defensive bombardment going down as well, but they don't have the time to go for that quick res, as Dell is right on top of them trying to punish them. Goes into the queue a little bit early, but it's enough as it buys time for Yuki to come in. Nasky has gone down. Senox is the one to take him out, and there it is. Successful for Team Nestle Pure Life. You have the Wraith coming down here, try to go for that abduct, but nothing really working here. No, it's the port, excuse me. Being will need to heal up as well. Here comes the port out now from E-Boy and Ronnie to get them a little bit more into the zone here, and he swings wide with that massive. Hits for 91, hits for the 116. Woo! So much damage coming across, but they don't have the knocks yet. It's Cooler that clean up the squad, and now Intel should be looking to take advantage. They do have, it looks like the HP almost equal on either side, but Cooler getting the first knock onto Hill. It is traded. It's now all up to Tempest here. He's got the R99 and the Massive in this 1v1.
Have to have a medkit if he hits it. That'd be great for them. But now Hal's getting pitched from multiple sides. Only about 20 HP left on him. LG in the vicinity as well. Tough spot to be in. You're going to see a nice push in with the Mastiff right there. That's going to connect 91 as well. This is going to be
at them, and so hey, it's not just the threat of Sentinels below them. It's the other squads that are trying to get involved in this right now. Really wide swing coming out, and they took a lot of damage on the Gibraltar. It's another squad coming in here, possibly. But here it is, the high ground push, as it is Crust that was able to make his way on up. Lucas does answer back. Big crush coming down. We saw 303 getting involved as well, but NPL have all three up until they lose two. NPL are down in the top 5. He does have the bubble to try and reconnect with his team right now. CLG trying to push the bubble, and there they are right on top of the Massive, hitting for 84. Another one coming out. And Baxton doing so much damage for his team, but he will go down ultimately. It's going to come down to a 1v1 that Madness loses. Excuse me, it was a 1v2. Pringles are the beneficiaries of that, but ultimately it's Team Intel looking to get back-to-back dubs here. They're up full 3. They bide their time. They don't pick up a lot.
And there it is. That's your leaderboard. It was Nestle Pure Life in first place. It was Team Pringles coming in a 3-way tie for second place with Liquid and Cooler Esports. But man, what a job by these two partner teams coming through and adapting to Olympus so fast. I can't wait to touch base with Nestle Pure Life later in our interview and find out exactly what was going through their head. Unfortunately for Team Rice Krispie Treats, they win on Tuesday, but fall a little bit short on Wednesday in 19th place. They are splitting with TSM 50-50, so that's going to be an ongoing storyline that will keep you updated with in Series E. All right, this is the overall leaderboard for all of our partnered teams here in Series E. As you can see, Team Razor staying consistent at that #1 spot. They were our #1 point getters when it came to the qualifiers, and they're also a very well-rounded team. So not surprising to see them over towards the top of the leaderboard. But I'm stoked for Team Nestle Pure Life in 4th place. They were sitting in 8th in the leaderboards overall. They had a big week. They bounced right back up to get to that 300-point mark. Right behind them, though, is Team Pringles sitting in 5th place, almost to that 300-point mark as well. I'm looking forward to these teams at the bottom, especially Team Applejacks. Hopefully next week is going to pick it up. Again, that's another team that's been having 50-50s. They're going at it with 2 brains, 1 controller on Olympus over towards Solar Array. Rice Krispie Treats is splitting with TSM, so that's why they're not able to get as many points on Wednesday as they are on Tuesday. Meanwhile, teams like Intel, NPL, they're taking advantage of that free landing spot and putting up a lot of points in our Pro Day, which is why they're sitting over towards the top 5. Well, what's happening next week in Series E? Well, it's Tuesday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Tuesday's our open day. Wednesday is our pro day. And we're going back to World's Edge. We're going to keep Olympus in there, but I think we're going to split it 3-3 or 4-4, depending on how many games we actually do play. And it's going to be fun seeing the combination and the switch of compositions going from one map to the other. Are we going to see Watson coming back a little bit more in World's Edge, maybe a little bit Caustic and Crypto, because that seemed to be a lot of the meta. Meanwhile, you have Gibraltar, Bloodhound, and Wraith being ran a lot. Gibraltar, Pathfinder, and Wraith as well going on, and Olympus. So it's going to be fun keeping tabs on all of these teams and their strategies. It's tough to predict who's going to come out on top next week, but I'm going to go with Team Razor. I know Intel won 3 out of our 8 games on Wednesday yesterday during our Pro Day, but I feel like Team Razor is going to do really well with the combination of World's Edge and Olympus. Something about next week just is calling to me. So I'm going for Team Razor next week. In terms of our actual pro teams, I feel like Team Liquid has been playing pretty well in Series E, and I think they're going to continue to do so. So my money's on Team Liquid and Team Razor. Now let's cover what happened in Apex this week. Besides Series E that was taking place, there was no major ALGS tournaments. That's going to be happening a little bit later in November. We'll touch base on that very shortly. But it was a GLL Community Cup number 18, where CLG takes yet another win. So shout out to our boy Madness, Pow Pow, and Vaxon for the big dub. And if you're wondering when the next ALGS is, it's happening at the end of this month, November 21st through the 23rd. You could go and register your team on Battlefy, as well as getting involved in Series Z. Tuesday is our open day, guys. So if you want to get involved, it's our first 11, first come, first serve. And stay tuned because we're going to have an interview with Nestle Pure Life right after this.
Stack Pringles flavors. Make new ones.
How much do you think Pringles paid these people?
Hardly anything. Hey, you guys want to stack different Pringles flavors to create new flavor combos? Here, I'll go first. Pizza, barbecue, and jalapeno. The spicy barbecue pizza stack. Get him!
Grandpa, what's going on?
Pringles. We're trapped in a Pringles commercial. They must have taken us in our sleep.
How can we get out?
We can't, Summer. They warned me this would happen, and I didn't listen. Stack Pringles, make endless new flavors. Stacking Pringles to make new flavors. Make endless new flavor and barbecue, wavy, and sour cream and onion equals a 3-layer dip stack.
What is up, everybody? At the end of every final circle, we do an interview, and this week we have Nestle Pure Life. Why? Because not only was it Nestle Pure Life week, but they're the champions from yesterday's Pro Day. Welcome, guys. How you guys feeling after yesterday?
Pretty good.
Doing good.
Feeling good.
I see everyone's got their Nestle Pure Life stacked up over towards the side. Ronnie's got it over his shoulder. Bambino's got it over his shoulder. Draco's, he drank all of his because he was doing the water flip challenge. So not too surprised there. Impressive stuff. But hey, congratulations, guys. It was really fun watching you guys put it together on the Pro Day. Let's start with Bambino. What do you guys think about Olympus in Season 7?
Honestly, I mean, everybody else can agree with me that the map, comp-wise, it needs some work. I feel like the med kits and all that need to be reverted because we did have some teams sitting outside of Storm just med kitting and trying to go for placement. But other than that, it's something that, it comes along like with the weeks that we have to get used to with like rotations and people are still trying to figure out what metas to use. Right now, it's in a tough spot. So, I mean, you just got to keep playing on it and get used to it, I guess.
Yeah, I think one of the main things is when you're going in crafting, having med kits inside the crafting area and having it be so cheap and affordable is pretty difficult to deal with when you have the storm damage being reverted. But the good thing about the crafting is it constantly gets changed out and there's new materials that go inside. So hopefully it's not continually being med kits over and over again. Otherwise, that's going to be hard to deal with. Dracos, I noticed that you were playing Pathfinder for a little bit. You were doing fairly well and you guys were still in the top 3, but you decided that you wanted to switch over to Gibraltar, I think halfway through. What was the thought process on that, and how did it work out for you guys?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Gibraltar in ranked, and I don't know, I just wanted to see what I could do with them. Bambino is a good Pathfinder and Bloodhound, so I mean, it really wouldn't have made too much of a difference. We're not really switching things up too much. So I just wanted to play some Gibby. So it's not that Bambino was like, bad on Gibraltar, but I just wanted to get some games in with them, and
I
it worked
think
out. So,
I think that more it was more so like we knew that we had to, you know, get points and we had to play it safe. So we went the safe route and we pulled a Gibraltar out. I think that's what really helped us out a lot, and we played it smart, you know. So that was actually a good decision that we did that towards, the halftime, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I think if you're going to run a composition, it has to be Bloodhound Gibraltar or Path Gibraltar. We're seeing a couple other people still bust out the Watson. Intel was doing pretty decent on that, but they weren't able to get a lot of kill points throughout all of that. And I was explaining during the cast that if they were playing a character like Bloodhound, they would be able to go out there and maybe seek third parties or find weaknesses in other teams that were potentially getting reses, et cetera, et cetera. But either way, everyone's kind of developing their own certain way. Gibraltar definitely seems to be a staple, though, and almost 100% pick rate going forward for Olympus because of the amount of open area there is. And also when you're forced to play edge, it's really important. Ronnie, what was it like for you guys in that final game, knowing that you guys were in first place, only had to really play it safe, and everyone was going to be charging it towards the end? Were you guys really excited to, switch it up a little bit instead of going and playing aggressive and third party and taking a lot of team fights? You guys kind of were in the first time ever that you guys were in that position where all you had to do was lock it down, get a couple kill points, and get top 5. What was that like for you, Ronnie?
Well, when we landed, we knew we had a beacon. So when we found out the first ring and then we found out the second ring was on us still, we decided just to chill inside carrier, which is where we land. So we just kept on scanning the beacon, bubble beacon, and we knew that we just had to play at the edge of the zone and play where no teams really were, and that's what we did. And we got a decent amount of points to help secure our spot first.
So, Bambino, you guys went from one of the last teams to qualify for Series E. Now, 3 weeks in, you find yourself not only on the top on one of the days, but on top of Pro Day, which is one of the most stacked lobbies we have in all of Apex when you combine the EU Pro teams and the NA Pro teams. What's Series E been like for you guys? Do you feel like that's attributed to a little bit of your improvement as a team and your guys' success? And did you guys think that you would be able to get a dub on the Pro Day in week 3?
Honestly, like the experience, it's good experience for us. That's our only experience really. We knew that Pro Day coming up. I personally thought that we wasn't going to do as good as we did, but I've been seeing improvement out of the team, and like I've been telling the guys, it was like we can't just keep going for placement. We have to go for kills, and that's where I stepped in and was like, yo, we need to go third party this. We need to push this. Like I took action. Like we need to fight this, and that's where we started getting kills, and that's how we ended up winning because we took action. I told him, I was like, I'm just tired of trying to play for placement. I'm tired of being shy and trying to shy away from teams. The top teams, most of their points come from their KP. So I was confident that we was going to do good, but I didn't think we was going to turn around and win the tourney, which is huge, for us. Because we came from making, I would say, 30 points, maybe 30, 35, 40 points. Now we're getting 70 plus, 65 plus points now. So it's only up from here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's really solid that you guys noticed that. It's not just playing for placement. It's that you have to take team fights. Otherwise, teams just really aren't going to respect you. You look at a team like Complexity. Why are they so respected? It's because their team fighting skills are so strong. They've always been absolutely insane when it comes to it. They'll send it on teams no matter where they are. If you land over at Refinery, they land Epicenter, they're going to go and charge you. And it's really about imposing your will and kind of just striking fear in other teams and making you realize, oh, wait, like we can't really go and take this. This is a really good team. So Dracos, what has it been like for you guys to go and develop that where it's no longer Ronnie running away from the fights and ratting it out? It's you guys actually putting it together as a full 3-man squad, all holding your own and working really well together. Has that been what your guys' main focus has been over the last couple of weeks?
I think that's just really a improvement in terms of confidence. We started, winning these team fights, and so we really just don't have that mentality anymore of, oh, we got to run. Oh, Ronnie, get out. We just stick it out and feel confident that we could win that fight. And that's why you're not seeing the ERAT Ronnie cam anymore. Is we just stick it out. If we die, we die. Just try to win that fight and fight for that spot, and quit being so timid. But that comes with experience. We're learning. I mean, this is our first tournament experience, so which is a Series E. This is our only comp experience. So we're getting better.
Ronnie, why do you think yesterday was so much different than Tuesday, where the lobby wasn't nearly as stacked and you guys came out and just performed so well? Because that is one of the toughest lobbies that we have. Do you think that you guys were playing, full steam ahead yesterday? Was that your A game, and can we expect to see your A game moving forward?
Yeah, yesterday we just played like straight up. We just pushed third parties that we need to. We weren't playing scared. Like yesterday, I didn't really feel like playing. I was like, let's just push everything, because why not? And we had a good first game. That's what kept our motivation going up from there. And after that first game, we just kept on playing the way we did, playing passive aggressive, but more aggressive than usual. And after that, then we just kept it going pretty much. And in the future, we will be playing more aggressive. 100%.
I'd love to hear it. Bambino, what do you think that you've seen from improvements, not from yourself, but individually from Dracos and Ronnie? Is there anything that you've seen over the last month or two that has kind of, surprised you in terms of what they've been able to do?
First thing I say is probably the morale. Like if you tune in our comms, sometimes we would argue with each other, me and Draco, but he's been getting better with it, and honestly, it's good for morale. Ronnie, I would say, Ronnie's been listening a lot to the comms. He's been talking more. Like I would say a couple of weeks ago, he wasn't really talking a lot. He wouldn't call out that much. But Ronnie's been coming around and he's been calling out a lot. So comms is very valuable, when it comes to comp play. I mean, we just comms. Like I feel like our comms is what caused us to win the tourney, and we just communicated so well. So I would say that's the main key.
All right, Dracos, last question. Are you guys staying hydrated? Is Nestle Pure Life attributing towards your guys' win in Series E? That's what I need to know.
I would say you could definitely attribute some success. We're staying hydrated, thinking better, calming better, and we actually funny. I mean, we all had a Nestle Pure Life before the tourney, so I guess you could say so. Whatever percentage you may attribute that, but definitely helped out.
Well, a large percentage of our body is water, and a lot of our earth makes up a lot of water as well. So, guys, make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you drink your Nestle Pure Life, because I want to see more dubs coming out from your team. Congratulations. Doing it big on your week. Couldn't be more proud of you guys. We'll see you guys in ranked over the weekend as well. Try not to kill me outside of labs or wherever it was last time. But that's it for Final Circle this time, guys. That's Team Nestle Pure Life, your winners from this week's Pro Day. We'll catch you next week, Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time for our open day.
Hey, shake it, kiddo.
Love Dad. Oh.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats. A little love when it's needed.
It's Kellogg's, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Corn Pops, Tiger Paws. They're Jumbo.
Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Go take them on the go. Eat your cereal, magnified, showing up for snacking time. Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Go take them on the go.
It's Jumbo. It's for snacking. It's Jumbo Snacks.
Cheez-It snapped. How's it taste? It's so thin, crispy, and cheesy. And I just want to keep eating it. And eating it. They love them.
Snapped. So good we may run out of cheese.
Imagine you love frosting and filling.
I do love frosting and filling.
Oh, well, imagine if there was a way to enjoy that delicious goodness anywhere, anytime, out of the toaster, out of the box, out of one of those baggy thingies, with nothing but a thin layer of foil between you and...
Pasta.
Yes, Curtis. This is a commercial about pasta.
I love it.
Frosting and filling for your pasta.
I like pesto.